What is going on, everyone? It is your boy Balank Online here today. We're going to be chatting all things Modern Warfare Season 1 and my overall review of the Battle Pass. So, yeah, you guys know, if you watched my videos in the past month, I was very excited for the Battle Pass. When the first Season 1 announcement came out, we saw what was coming. I got pretty excited. I saw 2 new weapons that were going to be available for everyone. When the leaked tiers came out and I realized that you didn't have to pay for the Battle Pass to get the new DLC weapons, I was even more excited. And then Season 1 dropped. And then I saw the progression system. And then we got Crash 24/7. And my hopes just went down the drain, skyrocketed down into hell. And it is what it is, I guess. But I guess I'll start off by talking first about Crash and that whole thing and that whole debacle, and then I'll talk more about the Battle Pass afterwards, because I have a lot more to say about the Battle Pass than I do about Crash, I guess. My main problem with Crash is that they made and opened up the maps and changed the layout of the map in order to accommodate for safe space, which is something that Infinity Ward is arrogantly continuing, even though the core fans are telling them to stop. The thing is, right, Crash was a map, and it was a great map in Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare Remastered, and every single time they've remastered Crash or done something with Crash, it's been great. But not here in Modern Warfare, because what they did was they changed the way the map plays in order to accommodate for safe space, in order to accommodate for new players, right? Which again, if you've watched my videos, is an absolute disgrace. And I completely do not agree with whatever Infinity Ward is doing here with safe space and accommodating casual and new players. Crash has always been a relatively campy map. There's always been that map in the middle of the map near the B flag with the building. There's always been that big tall building that people like to camp on top of. It's been a problem, but it's never been as infuriating as it has been here in Modern Warfare. Because what you'll find is that you'll find people strategically placing claymores so that you can't even disable them without running into them. You'll see people using bouncing betties, and then people just staying on top there for the whole entire game. Again, not a relatively new problem, but just more infuriating because it's Modern Warfare. Those new safe spaces, there's so many new head glitches, lines of sight that have been opened up now here in Crash that just make for a slower map essentially. The flow of Crash has completely been ripped out of it because of Infinity Ward's ignorance and arrogance when it comes to safe space and wanting to accommodate new players. I'm interested to see what happens with Vacant and Shipment whenever they come out. We know for a fact that Shipment is going to be changed in order to accommodate for safe space, because Shipment, people are spawning left, right, and center. There's no real flow to that map. It's more just chaos, really. It's just confined chaos. And in original Shipment, I guess there's no real way to save space people. Here in Modern Warfare, Infinity Ward is gonna find a way to save space. Whether that be the way that I think they're going to do it is going to be opening up 2 sort of sections in 4 sections in each of the 4 corners of the map in order for people to spawn in those 4 sections, therefore safe space. What you're gonna find is when that map comes out, and if my prediction comes true, is that people are just gonna sit in those 4 corners of the map because they don't want to venture out because they have their safe space. And if you venture out of your safe space, if you know and you play Modern Warfare, going outside of your safe space is a bad move, because if you go out of your safe space, you're gonna die. But yeah, that's my whole 2 cents, I guess, on the remastered maps. It had so much potential, but that potential eventually got ripped out of it because of safe space. Let's move on to the Battle Pass. Now, the Battle Pass is something, again, as I said at the start of the year, something that I was very excited about. And if you've watched my first video that we made on Season 1, you can see that excitement. And even in my live reaction to the Battle Pass and all the tiers and stuff like that, I was very excited then. My biggest problem with the Battle Pass is not with the content in the Battle Pass. I actually think that stuff is fairly good and fairly well balanced. I think that the fact that the new DLC weapons are in tiers 15 and tiers 21 are relatively accessible to most players, especially that tier 15 one. And as well as that, I think that all the cosmetic items, operator skins, and that sort of stuff, fair enough. Like that, it's a fairly well balanced Battle Pass, and if you pay for the premium one, I you do get your money's worth, I guess, considering that each of those like skins and stuff like that can cost you 1,000 COD points in the store. I feel like with it being only 1,000 COD points and you have to get to the 100 tiers or whatever, it's fair enough. Like, it's a well-balanced battle pass, and I can't really complain there about anything Infinity Ward did with that. What I can complain about, however, is how you progress through the battle pass, and again, it's my worst nightmare, it's my worst fear, and it's based on time played. It's a system that we saw in Black Ops 4 that didn't necessarily work, but it also it wasn't as bad as Black Ops 4 as it is here in Modern Warfare, because you did get your daily tier skips, which wasn't a feature when the battle pass first came out, but you got your daily tier skips. And as well as that, I guess it was only 50 tiers, whereas here in Modern Warfare it's 100. And yes, I know when the first Contraband stream came out in Black Ops 4, it was 100 tiers. And what Treyarch noticed is that no one was getting to the 100 tiers, or at least not a lot of people were, so they condensed it down to 50 tiers, which was a bit more accessible to most people. And they did a rare item or like a legendary item at every like big increments, so like 10, 20, that sort of stuff, so that players who maybe didn't get to 50 but got to maybe 20 still got some pretty decent items out of the Contraband stream. And there was no premium stream back then in Black Ops 4. There was only just one free stream, which was fair enough, right? And then Infinity Ward opted to go to the premium stream, add some more stuff to it, and again, fair enough. But my problem with it is, again, because it's time played, because we don't know what sort of like how you progress, how fast you're progressing, what urges you to progress further, because it's not based on time played. Because if it was based on time played, the 15 minutes or 20 minutes, sorry, that I spent doing trials would have counted towards something at least in the battle pass, but it didn't. When I played 4 multiplayer games, however, that's when I progressed through the battle pass, but not 4 multiplayer games in general, 4 completed multiplayer games, not 4 multiplayer games and then I rage quit in some of them, because if I quit in the game, nothing progressed in the battle pass. So it's clearly based on completed games and only normal multiplayer games, and not based on time played. Time played is not completion of multiplayer games. Time played is just playing the multiplayer, whether that be trials, whether that just be playing multiplayer but you quit halfway through. You should still be progressing in the battle pass when you complete these certain things, because you're technically putting time into Modern Warfare, not just completing multiplayer games. And I think that's where Infinity Ward pulled a fast one, is that, yeah, well, it's based on just playing the game, but it's based on playing the game a certain way, and that way being normal core multiplayer and completing those games, not just playing the game. If you look at what a normal multiplayer map is meant to go on for, and that is around 10 minutes, give or take, and it takes 4 completed games to complete the battle pass. The completed tier, sorry. So that's 40 minutes right there. 40 times 100 is 4,000. So you have to, in theory, finish play 4,000 multiplayer games in a span of 55 days. So those 4,000 multiplayer games, divide that by 60, we have to play 66 hours of Call of Duty Modern Warfare in order to complete this season's battle pass. And at the time of the recording, it's the 11th of December, and we have 54 days until the battle pass resets. So if you're just starting the battle pass right now, you have no way of completing to tier 100. You definitely have time to get the DLC weapons, but for you people who, and including myself, who bought the premium stream, there's no time in the game. It's physically impossible to complete the battle pass by day 50. By 54 days. There's no mathematical way of you completing it. You have to play 66 hours of Call of Duty Modern Warfare in order to complete each battle. No, longer than 66 hours. What am I talking about? There's so many variables to this system that doesn't make sense. And the thing that shits me is that we have operator ranks that reset at the time of every single season, and operator ranks have nothing to do with your progression in the battle pass. It was a system put in place to replace prestige, and it made sense before the battle pass, because the way that I thought about it was that since operator ranks are resetting with every season, you'd think that operator ranks would tie into the battle pass. So it was perfect, right? Tiers 1 to 100, operator ranks are 55 to 155. That's 100 levels there for you to progress through. Wouldn't it be so perfect that you would tie operator ranks into the battle pass, so that every time you rank up in the operator ranks, you rank up in the battle pass, making it a fair, easy to understand and easy to track system of you progressing into the battle pass? Because if it was like that, and if operator ranks were tied to the battle pass, so many people would have gotten their money's worth here if they paid for the premium stream. I'm not fucking getting my money's worth here in the premium stream. I'm not completing this battle pass. I already know. I am not putting 66 hours of Modern Warfare. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not putting 66 hours into Modern Warfare just so that I complete this battle pass. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. No, I'm not doing that. So what I want to see Infinity Ward do with Season 2 is to tie those fucking operator ranks into the battle pass, because the operator ranks give nothing. Why? It's apparently meant to make players keep coming back to the game, because they keep having a sense of progression, because they keep constantly having to level up. Well, that's fucking prestige, right? Give us the traditional prestige system rather than this operator rank shit. I was happy with this operator rank if it was tied to the battle pass, but since it has nothing to do with it, what the fuck's the point? Honestly, what's the point? Because operator ranks only give you challenges, and it resets challenges every season. But why? Why would I want to keep leveling up in the operator ranks if I know all I'm getting are new challenges, and all that's gonna happen is in 54 days that 155 is gonna turn back into a normal pleb 56? What's the point? What's the point? I don't understand it. So Season 2, Infinity Ward, you need to fix your fucking shit. Operator ranks need to be tied to the battle pass, or if it's not going to tie it to the battle pass, condense it down to 50 tiers, give us a daily tier skip, because if you give us a daily tier skip and there's 50 tiers, therefore just by playing the game every single day, theoretically we're going to have enough time to complete the battle pass. Everyone gets their money's worth, and it's just a fairer system. It's not as bad as what it could have been, and I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that the way that they're monetizing this game is not as bad as it could have been. But what I don't understand is giving us gameplay elements that have nothing to do with anything you're gonna do post-launch, and a gameplay element that has literally no reward. What are my rewards for completing operator ranks? New challenges? Fuck that. Fuck that. If I wanted new challenges, I'd just do the missions daily. So what's the point of operator ranks? Because at this point in time, there is none. Season 2, we may see something different, but right now, the battle pass has failed, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's failed. Because the thing is, right, when you bring out a battle pass, and you bring out a paid battle pass, it's meant to be attainable for most people. Look at Fortnite. Fortnite has their battle pass tied to the leveling system. There is 100 tiers and there's 100 levels to complete in Fortnite, tying it in perfectly so that it's accessible to everyone. You don't have to play the game for 66 hours just to complete the battle pass. You can slowly progress through tiers from levels 1 to 100. It's based on XP, it's based on how well you do in the game. Fair enough. Fair system. Even before that, with the challenges they did and getting battle stars and shit like that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Complete challenges, progress faster. Fair enough. What's not fair enough is this shit right here. Playing 4 multiplayer games just to complete a fucking tier. Not even playing the game, not even doing trials, not even just playing the game without completing a mission, without completing a game. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. You know what? To put it in perspective, this is how many games I've completed here in Modern Warfare. Like once Season 1 has started. I'm on Tier 3. I'm halfway through Tier 3. Therefore, 4, 8, 12, 14. 14 multiplayer games I've completed here in Season 1. And I've definitely played more than just 140 minutes of this game since Season 1's come out. I've just quit a lot because this game's fucking garbage. I've played a lot of trials just to get that boost in XP, but it means fuck all when it comes to the battle pass. So, whatever. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below. What do you guys think of the battle pass? Do you think that it's failed like me? Or do you think it's succeeded? I would love to know all your opinions in the comment section down below. Click subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.